Here we go. We are live.
All right. I'm making you the co-host.
Please. Thank you.
Yep, there you go.
And that's great. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I don't know if you all noticed, this class today was posted as a core class.
Right.
Is that what you signed up for?
Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
said.
All right,
Yes,
just making sure I'm providing the right thing because I was expecting balance and flexibility first, but we'll do that at 9:30.
Yeah, Stacy, I wondered the same thing because you always do the balance and flexibility first and then the core. And I kept
Yeah.
looking at it and wondering.
Because
So
I don't know what happened. That's a behind the scenes thing and I will check on it, but I didn't know until I went to log in.
I was going to take both, so it didn't matter to me which order we did them
Oh,
in.
good. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm really glad it's not bothering anybody that we're doing core first today. We can always use another core class. That's how I look at it. That is not really a class that you have to recover from. You can do that workout every day. It's like they say you can do abs every day. Same thing. So I'm trying to get everything ready here, set up for that. Yeah, I don't even have I know that I don't even have the right, shoot, I don't have the right slides up either. Oh my goodness, let me do that real quick. Yeah, how's everybody doing this morning?
I wanted to check another
Very well.
thing, Stacy. Is your next class going to be at 9:30 instead of 9:15 this time?
Yes, it looks like they did that too.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I thought maybe it was you mixing things up, but
Yeah,
yeah.
doesn't
Well.
matter. It doesn't matter. We're all here. We'll make it
Yeah.
work, right?
Yep.
Good.
And I know you can straighten them out.
You're funny. Wow. All
My
right,
little
good
core
morning.
assistant says
Good
hello.
morning. Those of you who were wondering, I'm not going to add floor work to any of my current classes. If I'm going to do floor work, I'm going to design a separate class just for those who are able and want to do some exercises on the floor. So it's just something it takes a while for me to design the class, propose the class, and then get it to be approved and all of that stuff. So I just wanted to see what the thought was before I spent time on it. So don't worry, I'm not changing any of the current offerings.
Okay.
Yeah.
New one coming.
Yes, but don't hold your breath. It takes a while.
Okay.
I always say don't hold your breath. So same thing right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so glad everybody's here. Friday morning, yay. We have the weekend ahead of us. So it is a great day to work out. So it looks like I have my two educational informative classes are at 12 o'clock and 1:30 today. If you haven't signed up for those, the 12:30 class talks about fitness equipment you can get for your home, how to use it. I answer a lot of questions about fitness equipment. I'm looking not at big things like bicycles or rowing machines or treadmills. I'm looking at inexpensive portable items that you can have, that you could travel with, that you could take camping or in an RV, like the balls or hand weights or stretchy bands. Those are the types of equipment that I am focused on. Easy, portable, inexpensive. And then at 1:30, I will answer your questions about anything non-medical. Like I can't diagnose or offer you healing strategies for your accident or injury, but I can just talk about certain muscle groups. I can talk about weight loss, a little bit about nutrition. So, I'm open to questions, and it's just been a fun, open discussion. So if you haven't jumped on that, go ahead if there are open spaces. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can go ahead and get started. Share. Here we go. All right, look at that. Come on. Yay. All right. So this morning, welcome to Friday Mornings Fitness Core Training for Strength and Stability. Start your day strong with Stacy. I am your guide. My name is Stacy. I'm here from Pennsylvania. I've been teaching fitness since the 1980s, mid-1980s, and I love it. I enjoy everything about fitness. It's been, for a while, it was a full-time gig, and then it was a part-time gig. So, it's just a great side thing to have on hand, and it's good for everybody to do something to help their fitness. Get Set Up is this platform that is bringing classes to you. It is a wonderful training and education platform, and it is helpful and beneficial because we learn from people just like ourselves, and we do learn from one another. So I appreciate so much those of you who have your cameras on and make us feel like a community while we work out. Remember that you can request an email after class by using this address, help@getsetup.io. And if you're joining by the live stream, we welcome you. We're glad you found us. But remember, the best way to participate is to sign up and register. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products or services. Be sure you check with your doctor prior to starting any new exercise program, especially if you have any health conditions, if you take any medications, if you are recovering from an accident or an illness, anything like that. Make sure you have that conversation with your doctor so he or she knows what stress and strain you are putting on your body. And if your doctor has given you any suggestions, recommendations, or limitations regarding exercise intensity or range of motion, be sure you follow your doctor's suggestions and not anything I show or demonstrate in class. All right. And today we will be working with our balance ball. So if you have an unweighted fitness ball, also called a balance ball or a bender ball, you can go ahead and grab that. Don't think we will be using throw pillows today, but if you have them handy, you never know what I might come up with in the middle of class. So if everybody's ready, make sure you have your water bottle handy. It is getting warmer and more humid. Yesterday, for the first time, I actually finished my water while I was teaching. So today I'm prepared with 2 water bottles just in case, because as it gets warmer, the ambient room temperature and outside and humidity, I need more. You probably do too. So let's get started. I'll start with one, but I have a second one handy if I need it. So remember, during the core class, we always want to stay tall and lifted. We are going to position ourselves midpoint between the back side of the chair and the front edge. So make sure you are about midpoint If you need a little more support, you're sitting back further. If you're challenging yourself, you might sit a little bit more toward the edge, as long as your chair doesn't tip in this manner. Make sure you have good, strong posture, hips facing forward squarely, and your thighs go directly forward, knees bent at 90, shin bones facing front, toes facing forward. And through here, you are lifted nice and strong. Let's practice that with breathing. Inhale up and lift. Feel your rib cage lifting up and away from your hip bones so that you have space there right in the midsection. And as you exhale this time, inhale up, feel it lift. And as you exhale, keep the rib cage lifted. Use the muscles that it requires to keep that rib cage lifted so that you have created space right here between your lower rib and the top of your hip bone. Let's take that one more time. Inhale up, feel the lift, and exhale. Now, as you maintain that postural position that I just described, I want you to take this inhale again, and I'm going to give you another important cue. Inhale up, arms are here. I want you to check your shoulders. Are your shoulders hunching up around your ears? Please release your shoulders. Even though you are reaching high up overhead, your shoulders are comfortably relaxed and you have space between your earlobes and your shoulders. So lengthening the neck, shoulders pressed down and back. It's a lot to remember. And that's why I like to give those constant reminders. Place your hands right here on the top of the thighs, lifting with a lengthened spine, hinge forward from the hips, angling forward, but using your hands to support your back as you go forward. Use your arms to press back up into the upright position. Torso is now vertical. Let's hinge forward again. Nice and slow. And with one arm right here, I want you to reach forward, side, and back. Arm in. Let's take the other arm. Remember, you're using those arms for support. Just take one arm away. Reach forward to the side and back. Saying hello to the shoulders. Press back up into the upright position. One more time. Hinge forward. One arm, reach forward, side, and back. Return. Other arm, reach forward, side, and back. Return. Press back up into the upright position. Let's round the spine into the cat and cow stretch. So I want you to place your hands right here, top of the thighs, but right over top of the knees. And beginning at the waistband area, press back as if you are trying to get the waistband area to touch the back of the chair. Just curl that area back and gradually round the rest of the spine. Try and feel it one vertebrae at a time. Slowly rounding, and as you do that, your arms may go over your knees. Don't curl your shoulders forward, but rounding. And then the top of the head can drop just slightly so you have a smooth curve from the tailbone to the top of the head. And this is your seated cat stretch. Now to reverse that, again, starting at the waistband, as if there is a string that goes through your belly button, wraps around the spine, right at the waist. Pulling forward, begin to straighten right there in the middle, and then gradually activate the rest of the spine, slowly straightening into the upright vertical position, nice and long. Remember again, shoulders pressed down and back, neck lengthened, top of the head lifted. Continue that stretching, pressing the tailbone back and down, not collapsing at the waist, just lengthening the spine. Try and feel the vertebrae separate, creating a space in between each of your spinal segments. And reverse. Once again, starting from the beginning, waistband toward the back of the chair and slowly rounding the spine into that nice rounded C curve, the cat stretch. Arms go over top of the knees, and eventually, last, your head can drop. Feel the space in those vertebrae in this position. And now reverse, starting at the waist, pulling outward, right here, pulling outward, slowly coming up into the cow stretch, pressing back and down with the tailbone, up and away with the top of the head. You can use your hands on your knees with a slight press. That adds to this stretch. Feel that lengthening through the spine and release. Very nice, good work. Let's sit forward just ever so slightly. Here's where if you are uncertain about your abdominals, you might want to have a pillow. We're going to do a straight back, lean, tap, and return. So let me show you what that looks like with a pillow for support. I would place it right here on the back of the chair, sitting in front. And what I want to do with my arms out forward and my feet solid on the floor, tightening through the abdominal area right across here, is I'm going to lean back, tap my shoulder blades on the chair, and return. So if you feel like you have strong abs already and you can go back and return comfortably, you don't need the pillow, but I wanted to demonstrate how to use that for a little additional support if you're just starting out. Back, tap, and return. This is a very gentle abdominal exercise, extremely gentle, and lift. But it's a great starting point. So we're going back again with a straight back. Ribs, diaphragm lifted, and the tightening is right through here. And back, return. See how nice and slowly we do it so you can feel those muscles. Tap and return. It's hardly any movement. Tap and return. All right, let's work the transverse abdominals again, just very so slightly. Remember, those are the muscles that go crosswise, side to side, and they are responsible for the constriction of your tummy, pulling things in. So if you have a coughing attack and your muscles feel sore later, that is your transverse abdominals telling you, hey, you were coughing. So what we're going to do for those is we simply do, this exercise is actually called vacuums because we are sucking in our belly button in toward the spine. So that's what I want you to do. And I'm going to use the word press. Pressing the belly button in toward the spine, press and hold. This is an exercise you can do anytime. You're still holding, right? You can do this at your desk. You can do this while driving. You might do this while watching TV. You can even do this exercise lying down. it's important that when you do this exercise, you continue breathing. The breath work is what puts that little bit of tension, that added tension into those muscles while you are holding them tight, and make sure you're breathing and release. Were you able to hold that the whole time? Now, when I blow out on the release, it's simply to emphasize that we are letting go. You weren't holding your breath. Let's try it again. Pull that belly button into the back. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Press, as if there were invisible hands pressing against your belly and pushing that belly button into the spine. But there aren't. You're doing it with your own muscles. And while it's in there, you're breathing, right? In and out. Make sure you're breathing. Breathing. And we're just holding it. I like to do 3 of these, and I'm trying to get you to hold it for 30 seconds. And maybe you will feel this a little bit. And we have about 15 seconds to go. If I were a joke teller, I'd tell you some jokes during that period of time so you don't notice it. And let's release. Remember to breathe. Take a little relax. See, I already can feel that tension because just doing it twice and holding it is letting me know that those muscles are waking up. Let's do it one more time. Press in. Invisible fingers pushing the belly button in toward the spine. Yes, but you're sitting nice and tall, and hold it. Hold it right in there, but continue to breathe with me as I talk you through it. We're halfway there. You can do it. I know you can do it, but this is so important. So this is wonderful. You have 5 more seconds to go. Keep holding. You got it. Woo! Yes, there we go, and release. Fantastic. So we've worked a little bit of our the abdominals when we did this back and forth. We did the transverse abdominals this way. I also want to do the obliques. So there's really the 3 of the abdominals. The upright long muscles that go up and down are the ones that are responsible for the crunching, the exercise that we typically do. And the obliques help us with our twist movement. So let's do that right now. Just spiral the top of your body from above the waist. Make sure your hip bones remain facing forward, but from above the waist, spiral to the side and look at that side wall for me. And if you want to add a little bit to this, hold on to the side of your thigh, the side of your chair, whichever you can reach, and just hold that. So you're contracting those muscles on the one side and giving them a little bit of a stretch on the other side. Don't you love when an exercise can do 2 things? Super beneficial. Here we go. Challenge yourself by just letting go and holding it without holding on to anything. Release, go through center, and let's take it to the other side. Remember, you can hold on here, give yourselves a little extra stretching and a little push into this movement, or release and force your muscles to work on their own. Make sure you're breathing through this exercise and release. That's great. I'm going to have you take one hand right here to the back of your head. And with the other hand, either holding onto the chair for support or at your hip, we're going to do a very gentle elbow to the knee. And we're going to do it on one side. Now look how gently I am barely moving. All right, but I am activating some of my core muscles in this movement right here. As I place my elbow back and my foot back on the floor, I make sure that I lengthen through my spine. And then here's the contraction and return. 4 more and return. Keep it small. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Let's try the other side. Are you with me? Remember, you can use your hand on the chair for support or place it on your hip. Very gentle movement. Contracting with that lift. Make sure you lengthen when you place the foot back on the floor. 4 more. Yay, and 3. Doesn't have to be a very large movement to be effective. Last one. Wonderful. Great job. Let's grab that fitness ball. Do you have an unweighted ball with you today? If not, you can pretend. You can just hold your hands in that similar position. The other options that I like to show. This is just a little stuffed animal that you could use in place of a ball. We're not going to bounce it or anything, so it's perfectly okay to use something like this. Here is a ball from the drugstore. It's a little bit smaller, but size doesn't matter. It's the positioning of the hands, kind of keeping them in a steady position at the same distance apart. That's what we're trying to accomplish here. The problem with the drugstore ball is that the surface is slippery and it's very easy to lose control of that ball. But with the fitness ball, it's a little bit of a sticky surface, makes it nice and easy to hold on to squeeze, whatever. So let's go ahead and grab that. And if you don't have a ball or a stuffed animal handy, you might want to make your own by taking a handkerchief or a scarf, a square one. Put your mismatched or unmatched socks, you know, the ones that are left over when the dryer steals one. Put all those socks in the middle and tie the opposite corners together and make your own little ball. Again, it won't bounce, but it'll be something nice to hold on to while we're doing these exercises. So ball out in front, sitting nice and tall, and down and return. Alternate arms. Swing down and return. Swing down and return. We're beginning to wake up our shoulders. Swing down and return. Nice. Make sure you're breathing. Check your diaphragm. Is your rib cage lifted? Your neck lengthened? Your head in a neutral and natural position? Are you sitting squarely in the chair? And are you breathing? Smile with me. This is fun. Here we go. We're going to just do one more to each side. I see some balls. Oh, I love it, you guys. I love that some of you went ahead and got some fitness ball to work with. Let's take it up overhead and open to the side. Alternate sides. Up overhead and open to the side. Nice. We're waking up our shoulder blades now. Do you feel that movement when you open side, how your shoulder blade slides in toward your spine? Good. This is working on posture, helping you to be straight and strong. All this core work also helps with your balance. It's very important. And open. Great job. Lift, return, open side. Lift, front, and open. Here we go, lifting up and open side. Lift, open side. We have just 2 more on each side, right here. And open. And open. Great. Here's the last one. There it is. Wonderful. Let's do some diagonal work. I'm going to get a little water. It's been 30 minutes into class. And I haven't drank any water. How about you guys? Have some water. All right, let's do some diagonal work. Reaching up on a diagonal and just across with a straight arm. Reach up to the side, straight arm cross. We're not doing any torso twisting with this one. We are just activating the shoulder. I have my other hand on my thigh for support. You could hold on to the chair if that feels better for you. Remember that if your shoulder is not available for you to make these big giant movements, shorten the lever by bending your elbow. Just make the movement right here if you can. Be sure to stay in the range that is comfortable for you. Maybe you're not lifting all the way overhead. Maybe your range is closer to right here in front of your body. Remember when doing shoulder work, not to work through grinding, crunching, crackling, and popping. Make the movement smaller if you're experiencing any of that. Here's the last one, and we're going to switch sides. Nice. So I have my hand right here on the top of my thigh, but you might hold on to the seat of the chair. Reach up as long as you are comfortable and cross the body with a lengthened straight arm and across. Don't lock your elbow. We're not twisting the torso on this one right now. Wonderful. Reach and across. Reach and cross. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. And last one. All right. With that ball in the other hand, we're going to pretend that we're putting something on the shelf and then placing it down alongside. So we're grabbing something up here and placing it over here. So now we have a torso twist. Reaching long, cross the body, bend the elbow, twist, place down along the side. Reach, twist, and bend. There you go. Reach and down. Reach and down. Reach and down. Here it is. Down and across. Up. Down and across. 2 more right here. Up and cross. Up and cross. Now we're going to do the same movement starting up here, but then press forward. And I'm rocking a little bit in my chair, ever so slightly. Make sure you keep your diaphragm lifted right here. Reach up and press forward. This is a gentle press. Keep in control. Up and press. Reach and push. Reach. 4 more. Smile. I hope you're having fun. 2 more. And here's the last one. Now I want you to do some circles with this same arm before we move on. So let's start right here out from your chair at hip level, and I'm circling around to the back as if I'm rowing. And it's not too large of a circle. I'm trying to keep it between my hip and my shoulder as I move to the back. But I'm going to gradually get larger, bring the ball more like shin to head in my circle size, and then finally giant circles, up overhead, ankle, up overhead, 2 more, and around. Now remember, when you're doing these, you stay within your comfortable range of motion. Don't work through creaking, grinding, crackling, and popping in your shoulder. Let's reverse this. Let's start right here at a smaller circle size between the hip and shoulder. I'm now coming around forward. So I've reversed the direction of my shoulder. reverse the direction that I'm making the circle. That's what I meant to say. And let's make it a little bit bigger, keeping the ball, the range between head height and shin. And then finally, giant circles around toward the back and forward within the range that's comfortable for your shoulder. What is the limit that you're working in? Take it around to the back and forward. 2 more. Very nice. Last one. Wonderful. All right, let's take the ball in toward together with both hands. In at your waist, press forward and return. Press forward and return. Press forward and return. We're doing just 8 of these. So we have 4 more right here. And 3. 2 more. That's it. Last one. And in. Now taking the ball in the other hand and starting with your diagonal reach and press into something along the side like that. Reach, bending the elbow, press down alongside of you, reach and press. You can imagine that you're reaching and grabbing something off of a shelf and putting it into a basket beside you. Reach and press. Or maybe this is the action that you take when you empty the dishwasher. Pick something up and put it on the shelf, right? Either one works. 4 more. 3. 2 more. Last one. And now we're going to reach, but press forward. Reach and push right here. Reach and push. Reach, press, reach. There it is. And 4 more. Keep your diaphragm lifted. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. And then now we're going to do those circles. So starting with a circle around toward the back, right? And we're keeping that initial circle fairly small. It's between the hip and shoulder. And we're going to get gradually a little bit larger. I might hit the wall here. I'm scooting really forward because I'm very close to the wall. And then finally, giant circles around into the back, like a backstroke movement, right? Nice and tall. Keep that movement small, slow, smooth, and controlled so that you can feel all the different aspects of your shoulder while you're doing this motion. Here's the last one, and we're going to reverse direction now, going back and then around to the front. Starting small and keeping the movement slow and controlled. And try to make it smooth. Feel as you're doing this, are there any areas that are not smooth? If you were drawing a circle, would it be a fairly smooth, even, round circle, or are there areas where your shoulder would kind of take a dip because there's a discomfort there? Be aware of that. And if you do have that discomfort, don't go larger. Reduce the size. But if you're comfortable here and you feel like this is smooth and controlled, gradually increase the size of this circle until you are doing larger, giant swings all the way around to the back and forward. Feeling the whole range of your shoulder action. Woo! I ran into the wall. 2 more. And that's it. Great. Let's bring that ball in towards your belly again. And we're going to do our reaches out to the side, around to the front and in, out to the side, around and in. Now we're going to take it slower than that, and we're going to start fairly small and gradually increase the size of our reach. And I'm going to grab a little water first. Okay, so you have this ball starting at your belly. Make sure you're firm and square in your chair. The object here is to keep both of your hips firmly planted. So let's start small. Reach out to the side with both hands, around to the front, barely rocking your torso off of the upright position. Draw the ball in towards your waist, and then reverse that movement out to the side, around to the front. The ball is at shoulder height and back into the waist. A little bit further reach now. Forward, reaching, keep it small, keep it controlled. Bring it back in. Feel those hips firmly planted in the chair. If one of your hips is starting to lift as you reach to the opposite side, then don't go any larger as we increase the size of this movement. Right here, reaching around slowly and back in at your waist. Reach out to the side, swing this around and in. Let's do one more at the full extent of your reach where you are comfortable with this swing, but your hips are in the chair. This is really putting the tension on your hips, your lower back as you do this reach. Right here, it's in your oblique muscles of the abdominals as you pull back in, stretch out and reach. Bring it around to the other side. This fully activates the muscles in your core and draw it into your waist. Excellent. I'm going to have you hold the ball or your hands in front, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do some knee taps to the ball. Oh, how fun. So knee, knee, just like a gentle march, but with the added incentive here of lifting to tap the ball. And you know what? You can keep the ball low so that you don't have to lift very high. And if you don't have a ball, just hold your palms out like this and tap your hands. Bring it up and tap, lift, tap, lift. 8 each side, 7, sit tall, and 6, there it is. 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one. Very nice. And get rid of the ball now. And let's do some leg extensions. With one leg, we're going to take 8 right here. So a leg extension is simply unbending your knee, if you will, extending the leg from the bent position to the straightened position. Now, I always say do this within your comfort level, within your range of motion. If you are just beginning to work your knees, this is a great starting exercise. It does activate the quadriceps muscle, which is just above the knee here in the thigh, along the top of the thigh. So you're extending your leg and strengthening the muscles here that protect your knee. Extend only to the extent that you are able and not feel any twinges or pulls in your lower back. So if you're sitting up nice and tall in your chair and your abs are engaged, you are protecting your spine while you do this exercise. You can also hold on to the seat of the chair right here, sitting up tall. You can challenge yourself by placing your hands on your thighs. Place your hands on your hips. And we've done enough with that leg. Let's switch to the other. Extend and return. Extend and return. There it is. Very nice. Extend and bend. Check your posture. Oh, my shoulders were hunching up by my ears. Are yours? Make sure your shoulders are relaxed so your neck is lengthened. Let's do 4 more. And 3, waking up the knee and strengthening the quadriceps. 2 more. Last one. Very nice. Now, if you are able to open your legs just slightly, all right, and here's what we're going to be doing. I want you to take one leg, bring it into the center position, and then open to the side past the corner of the chair, if you can. What is your range? So here, directly in front of you, now the other leg is right over top of the edge of the chair, and then take this out to the side and back in. And you don't have to lift it very high. You can keep your foot very close to the floor as long as you have the ability to give it a little bit of freedom to move. Open side and return. Open side and return. You want to be strong in your body so your torso is upright. You can hold on to your hips here or hold on to the seat of the chair for a little bit of additional support. Swing the leg open, side and return. Open side and return. We are working our inner and outer thighs with this exercise. Into the center, open and return. Open and return. Let's just do 2 more. Open side and return. Here's the last one and return. Very good. Now we're going to take the leg that we just worked, place it over the corner of this front edge of the chair with your knee bent and foot on the floor. And with the other leg on the opposite corner, I want you to first draw it in to the center, like the starting position, and then open side. Keep this within your range of motion. When I suggest a range of motion, it's a goal. So here in front of you, this is our normal starting position with our feet direct, or our thigh bones directly out in front of our hips. And then open past the corner edge of the chair and return. Open and return. Yes, I'm kicking the basket. It won't hurt it. Hands on hips if you can challenge yourself there, or hold on to the seat right here. Working the inner and outer thighs. We don't usually get a chance to work this muscle in this class. Open and return. Very nice. Open and return. Open, back to center. Let's do 2 more. Open, right here. Open. Are you breathing? Great. Open and return. Great job. We did work our thighs and hips quite a bit. That feels good, I can tell. Last thing I want you to do here is work your calf muscles. So we're going to do a heel lift followed by a toe lift. So we're working the muscles in opposition. The heel lift activates the calves in the back of your leg, and the toe lift activates the muscle that runs along the front of your shin. So heel lift and toe lift for strong feet and ankles. Great. Heel lift and toe lift. Heel lift and toe lift. If you really want to challenge yourself, lean on your legs. Heel lift and toe lift. Heel lift and toe lift. Feel that? Heel lift, toe lift. Heel lift, toe lift. Just a little bit of extra challenge right there. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Great job, you guys did a great job today. Let's do a little bit of stretching to finish up. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Hinge forward. holding onto the top of the thighs for support, just hinging forward from the hips. Take it all the way over, reach down, lengthening the spine. Feel that right through here as all your vertebrae. Allow them to have some space in between each segment of your spine. Finally, drop your head. Relax your shoulders and press back up. Press, press, press. Use your arms for support. Give yourselves a big hug. You now have one arm on top of the other, and you are reaching around to wherever you can hold on to. Maybe it's the back of your arms, maybe it's closer to your shoulder, or if you have a lot of flexibility, you might reach around toward the back, a little bit toward your back and hold on, and then release, stretching wide open, arms behind the midline of the body, and cross again, giving yourselves a hug. Opposite arm is now on top. Did you switch arms? And just hold on to wherever you can. Give yourselves that big hug, feeling that stretch. You're pulling your shoulder blades are sliding apart from your spine on this stretch, and then reversing and opening up and stretching through the chest as you press back behind your body. Thumbs are up right here. And forward, straight arms forward toward me. Show me your palms and your thumbs and your pinkies, and let's tip. Thumbs down, pinkies down. Thumbs down, fingers spread, pinkies down. Good. Thumbs down, pinkies. One more time. Thumbs and pinkies. Great. Show me your palms this way, palms up, and flip it over, palms down. Palms up, flip it over, palms down. Two more. Palms up, flip it over, palms down. Palms up, flip it over, palms down. Great. And show me your palms. And then show me the back of your hand like you're showing me your nails. Show me your palms. Show me your nails. Wiggle your fingers. See, fancy. Show me your palms. Back of the hand. Show me your palms last time and down. I want you to put your palms together. Can you lace your fingers and open slightly? Can you flip it inside out and show me your palms, but your fingers are still laced together? This is a stretch up the back of the arms. Can you lift it up overhead? Breathe, nice big inhale and exhale. Bring your arms back down again. Can you do this behind your back? Palms back here, right? Fingers interlaced. Turn it inside out. You able to do that? Can you lift your chest? Nice, great stretch. Feel that across the chest and the top of the shoulders, the front little bit of the shoulders. Nice, very good. Release. All right, stay with me for a few minutes of breath work, positive affirmations, and then my closing slides. I had so many this morning when I grabbed my cards, so many that really spoke to me. Let's see what I can find here that works in the moment. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your diaphragm and your rib cage as you inhale and exhale. If your body prompts you to take a larger breath and follow it with a sigh as you exhale, go ahead and do that. It kind of feels good sometimes after a class. Listen to your body and follow its promptings. Hopefully some of these messages will resonate with you today and maybe you'll take them with you into the weekend. I accept all parts of myself. The parts that hurt, the parts that don't work so well, I accept them all. And right now, just for today, with all my broken parts, I am good enough. I am good enough. It's a beautiful message. I listen with love to my body's messages. I listen with love to my body's messages. Especially when exercising. I hope you are very aware of what your body is telling you, whether it's time to challenge yourself or time to take it easy and step back a bit. And it's okay to take a day off if you feel like you need the rest. That's your body telling you something. I am willing to learn something new every day. I love that. I love learning. I think we're all here on Get Set Up because we love learning new things. And I'm going to leave you with that one. I'm going to go ahead and approach my screen for my closing slides. Stay with me while I share. Thank you once again for joining me today. Remember that if you are active on social media, you can share your experience using the hashtag #GetSetUp or @GetSetUp. And if you're not on social media, email Liz at GetSetUp. Maybe you have some pictures you can share of yourself working out, your dog working out with you, anything like that. We'd love to see those pictures. And stories, maybe you've had some improvement in some areas and you'd like to share that with Liz, please go ahead and let her know. And if you're looking for some more classes to get active today and over the weekend, look for Ageless Grace, Get Moving by Line Dancing. There's always some new line dances being taught by Shirley. There's a number of yoga instructors, and we have Tai Chi and some other movement classes that may interest you. My next classes, Balance and Flexibility is the class at 9:30. And then next week, we start over again with core training, so on. Oops, what happened there? Be on the lookout for the email that will come to you from Get Set Up. That will contain some important notes from today's class, some key takeaways. There will also be highlighted some other classes that might interest you. And there will be a link in which you can provide feedback on today's class. You can now refer your friends to Get Set Up. If you know somebody that you think would benefit from our classes, go ahead and click on here, invite a friend. You'll see that screen on your desktop right after you book a class. So it'll say, you're all booked, yay. And then you can see invite a friend with this blue tab. It'll take you to the next screen where you are able to enter your friend's email address and then click on the orange tab and your friend will automatically receive an email inviting them to sign up and register for Get Set Up. This is the important email to remember, help@getsetup.io. Make sure you have that email written down. It will come in handy. If you want to request a recording of today's session, that's the email you use. If you would like to host an interest group on a topic that's near and dear to your heart, let us know in an email. Maybe there's a class you've been looking for that we haven't offered yet. You can suggest a new class by emailing help@getsetup.io. And we do partner with many different organizations across the country, but if we are not yet in your community, email and let us know what that community or what that organization is in your community, and we will try to get in touch with them. Once again, thank you for joining me today. I have 3 other classes online today. If you are available and want to do balance and flexibility at 9:30, if you want to talk about fitness equipment for your home, again, that's portable, inexpensive fitness equipment like balls, stretchy bands, mats, hand weights, kettlebells. That's what that class is. And then if you have questions that you want to ask me, that class is at 1:30. Once again, thank you. Have a great day and a great weekend.
Thank you, Stacy.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Stacy.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye,
Thank you,
weekend,
Stacy.
everybody.
Great class. Thank you.